Today we worked hard on our short yardage offense and defense, red zone offense, defense, installation down there, which went well, teaching, learning, still competing. Short yardage, it's hard to say, it was pretty close. Offense probably got the nod on that, at least the ones did. And then, no, well, that may not be true. I think it was about a dead heat, I think, on the short yardage. And then red zone defense won the red zone today, and overall defense won the day again. So I know it's getting frustrating for the offensive guys, but we just got to keep competing. We got to keep executing. A lot of it's execution issues. A lot of it's getting beat physically, and I'll take my share of the blame as well for not putting them in the best position at times. But when you install, you're kind of calling plays that you're installing that day, and we hadn't really started game planning anybody yet. But that's about how the day went.
Like you mentioned, frustration with the offense. Are you frustrated with it? It seemed like you like it?
Well, at times. I mean, it's a process. I know that it takes time. Again, you're working ones, twos, and threes, and so it's hard to get continuity right off the get-go. But with that many groups. But if all I did was watch our ones, if all I did was I just watched every time our ones were in there, I feel pretty good. So when you get twos and threes and struggling, and our twos are going against the #1 defense, and they're swarming them pretty good. So, but if you just went, our offensive ones and every tape from there, I would say the offense was winning the majority of the days. Defensive ones have been winning, but they've been winning by a larger margin, if that makes sense. And that's why that's been a difference most of the time.
The last couple of days we've seen Rozier as #2, just in the time we're out there. Is there anything to that?
No.
With the
really don't.
With the 3 first-year receivers, would you say all 3 have shown they can play right away, or is one in particular stepped up?
Dayall is farther ahead. Amon is in pretty decent shape. Sam is just by virtue of the fact that he got here later than everybody else. And we got some first-year tight ends too that they got a ways to go just learning what to do. There's so much to master as a tight end in this system. They're struggling a little bit mentally, and then when you're not sure, it's hard to be physical. So the young guys in general are struggling, but like I said, Dayall and Amon are a little bit further ahead at receiver.
And at running back, again, the time we were out here, we saw Joe and Mark rotating a little bit. Is that kind of still what you see, or has one of them kind of?
Well, there won't be just one featured back. I mean, we'll figure out who the starter is and see what kind of shape he's in. But I feel very comfortable with more than just 1 or 2 tailbacks right now. We'll be fine to keep them fresh and keep them healthy.
We didn't see Stan, Robert Knowles, and again.
Yeah, Stan had a little. He had an ankle, I think. I think Stan's was ankle.
Knowles, Robert Knowles.
You got me on that one. I'm trying to think of what it might have been on there. Could have been hand. Yeah, it could have been the hand on that. Oh yeah, he had something to do with his finger got jacked up a little bit.
Any report on Gage and how his surgery?
It went well, but it'll be a little while before he can practice.
What kind of progression have you seen in Ryan Mays since when?
Good. He's the kind of guy that, like anybody else, you got to do things on a consistent basis, and even sometimes when you're getting an intercept here and there, I mean it's exciting, but also you got to make sure you're in position to make a play if somebody decided to make a double move or something like that. So you can't be reckless, but his picks have been pretty calculated. Really good breaks on the ball. A couple times the quarterback threw the ball behind the receiver, which gave him that opportunity. As far as the picks, but overall I think he's had a really good camp.
How does it feel for you to be working closely with the quarterbacks and also with your son closely working with the quarterbacks?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I mean, they're a really good group of guys, and they take it real serious. And we don't, we'll have moments where we'll enjoy each other's company and have a little fun. But when it's time to, get down to business, they do a good job. I don't have any issue with anybody as far as focus or just trying to take care of business.
All right, last question,
Mark,
guys.
what do you expect out of Stacy Foley this fall?
Well, you know, just I see a guy who's in shape. I see a guy who's focused. I see a guy who wants to be great. I see a guy that came back for a purpose. He wants to help the team win, but he also wants to be in as good a shape as he can with his future as a football player, which I think he has. So he's done all the things we've asked him to do. He's always had a little, you know, soft tissue stuff, you know, hamstring or whatever it is, and he just did an unbelievable job all summer. And you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say he can never pull a muscle or nothing like that, but he really hadn't been bothered by it so far because of how hard he's worked all summer long. Okay, gang,
Thanks,
thank
Ed.
you.
Thank you.